Have you ever considered a world where smoking is a tale of the past? Imagine a world where the only smoke you have to worry about is the one coming from your burnt toast. Recently, the British Prime Minister proposed an intriguing idea: a smoking ban for those born after 2009. You heard it right. This proposal has been making headlines, stirring quite some chatter. Intriguing, isn't it? Now, let's delve deeper into the heart of this proposal. The proposal sounds simple: a smoking ban for those born after 2009. But as with many things, the devil is in the details. So, let's take a closer look. At the heart of this plan is an annual age increment for legal tobacco purchase. Essentially, each year, the legal age for buying cigarettes go up by 1. If you're doing the math in your head, yes, that means eventually it will become illegal for anyone born after 2009 to purchase cigarettes. It's a slow-burning fuse on a no-smoke bomb. The idea isn't plucked out of thin air. The British Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, drew inspiration from halfway across the globe, New Zealand. The Kiwis have a similar law in place, where tobacco sales are restricted for individuals born after a certain date. It's a bold move, but one that could potentially stub out smoking in the coming generations. But it's not just traditional cigarettes that are in the crosshairs. Vaping products, the safer alternative to cigarettes, could also face restrictions. It's a clear signal that the government is taking a hard stance on nicotine addiction, regardless of the form it takes. Now I know what you're thinking. What about the smokers who are already puffing away? Well, this plan isn't retroactive. So, if you were born before 2009, you can breathe a sigh of relief, or perhaps exhale a cloud of smoke. So there you have it, a gradual age increment, a nod to New Zealand, and a potential crackdown on vaping products. It's a multi-pronged approach to snuff out smoking amongst future generations. A bold step indeed. But what does this mean for the future of smoking? A world without smoke lingering in the air seems like a utopian dream, doesn't it? Picture it for a moment. Clear skies, fresh air, and public spaces where the only clouds are those nature intended. This could be our reality if the proposed smoking ban for individuals born after 2009 takes effect. Let's delve into the potential implications of this law. On the health front, it's a no-brainer. Less smoking means fewer health risks. It's like winning the lottery without even buying a ticket. Lower rates of lung cancer, heart disease, and a myriad of other smoking-related illnesses could be a reality. But what about the impact on the tobacco industry? Well, it's safe to say they might not be lighting a celebratory cigar anytime soon. With a dwindling consumer base, they'd have to innovate, or, well, let's just say they might have to find a new light at the end of their tunnel. Now let's inject a little humor and imagine a future world where smoking is something only seen in old movies. Picture this: a teenager, years from now, watching a classic film and asking, "What's that stick that's on fire? And why is that person puffing on it?" Ah, the befuddlement. And what about vaping? Will it go up in smoke too? Or will we see a surge of vape shops popping up like mushrooms after a spring rain? Only time will tell. But let's not forget, there's the question of personal freedom. The right to make our own choices, even if they're a bit, well, smoky. This proposed law treads the fine line between public health and individual liberty. It's a tough nut to crack, but it's one we cannot ignore. But as with any significant change, there are those who are for it and those who are against it. So the question arises, is this the end of an era or the beginning of a smoke-free future? Now let's talk about the debates this proposal has sparked. On one side, we have the Conservative Party, who've decided to play it safe. They're offering a free vote to their MPs, essentially saying, oh, hey, we're all adults here. Make your own mind up. On the other side, we have the Labour Party. They're showing interest, but they're also playing it cool, like they're casually interested in a new Netflix series, but aren't ready to commit to a full-on binge watch just yet. It's easy to imagine the debates in Parliament, right? Picture the scene. MPs bickering over the nuances of the law, the occasional cloud of vape smoke wafting through the air as someone tries to make a point about vaping restrictions. It's almost like a school debating society, only with more expensive suits and less hair. Only time will tell whether this proposal will light up or fizzle out. So, what's the final puff on this? Well, we've delved into the proposed smoking ban for those born after 2009, explored its potential implications, and stirred up the debate. It's indeed a bold move, aiming to snuff out smoking by gradually raising the legal age year by year. Yet, as we've seen, it's a topic that's ignited a fair share of discussion and controversy. As we wait for the smoke to clear, one thing is certain: the future of smoking is certainly up in the air. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It will help our channel and we can publish more content.